Myself Vijay Pratap Singh. I am your commerce teacher. Before starting this topic, we have to explain few more topics in front of you. This is the chapter aggregate demand and supply. So dear students, in front of you few lines are written, and same these lines are we had explained in the last video. And I had told you we are going to discuss two levels, price level and income level. So price level is related with the help of A graph, and B topic, B graph we are going to explain with the help of income level. So these two topics are given in front of you, and one by one we have to discuss the both. So with the help of that, we can able to describe these all things with the help of your book knowledge, with the help of your information. We are providing these all things for you only. So make it, subscribe my channel, share this all video to your friends, and make a notes and revise it well. These all topics are very important part for your development. That's why we are coming in front of you and making this much videos to giving you guideline. So now come on the topic, aggregate demand and supply. In front of you there is a definition is given of the aggregate demand, and these all things we have discussed in the last video. Once again we have to listen. Aggregate demand refers to some total of demand for all goods and services in an economy during the period of an accounting year. Okay, according to that, this definition is given in front of you. And aggregate demand we can able to represent with the help of AD, capital AD. With the help of that we can able to represent it. Another thing is given in front of you. Relation of aggregate demand AD with income level. Income level we are going to discuss. In last video I had explained price level. Okay, I hope price level is clear. And now we are going to discuss about income level. But before this video, few minutes I will take for this one once again. So this graph is representing negative relation between aggregate demand, okay, and price level. How when price level is increasing, on that time demand level is decreasing. जब किसी भी वस्तु का प्राइस बढ़ रहा है, मूल्य बढ़ रहा है, तो डिमांड उसकी घट रही है. जैसे ही उस वस्तु का दाम घट रहा है, मूल्य घट रहा है, वैसे इसकी डिमांड बढ़ रही है. मतलब ये नेगेटिव रिलेशनशिप को एक्सप्लेन करता है. लेकिन यहाँ हम इनकम लेवल पढ़ेंगे, तो इनकम लेवल में क्या होता है ये जानने की कोशिश करते हैं. देन कम ऑन द टॉपिक हियर विद द हेल्प ऑफ ग्राफ. सेम थिंग वी हैव टू डिस्कस. सो firstly we have to make a graph, and how we are going to make a graph you know very well. This is the x-axis, this is the y-axis, and O income level we have to represent here. Income level, income level here. Otherwise income level we will represent here. Wait, shortly we have to make income level, income level I have represented here, and here we have to demand aggregate demand AD, aggregate demand. So now dear students, listen few lines before starting this topic. Income level, there is a positive relation. What is a positive relation between aggregate demand and income level? How? Once again listen, there is a positive relation between them. Aggregate demand increases with the rise of income level, द कर्व हैज पॉजिटिव स्लोप। जब हमारी इनकम बढ़ेगी तो डिमांड बढ़ेगी। ये इनकम लेवल और ये ग्राफ शो करेगा। यहाँ आपका एग्रीगेट डिमांड कर्व हमेशा बढ़ता ही जाएगा, क्योंकि आप सबको क्लास 11 में ही पढ़ाया गया है ह्यूमन वांट्स आर अनलिमिटेड। हमारी इनकम जैसे जैसे बढ़ती जाएगी, हमारी इच्छाएं बढ़ती जाएंगी, हमारी ज़रूरतें बढ़ती जाएंगी, हमारी डिमांड बढ़ती जाएगी। अगर हमारी इनकम घट जाएगी तो डिमांड हमारा कम होगा ऑलरेडी, लेकिन जितना धन हम कमाएंगे उतना अधिक खर्चा भी हम करेंगे। इसलिए पॉजिटिव रिलेशन को एक्सप्लेन करता है। जैसे इनकम बढ़ेगी तो डिमांड बढ़ेगा, इनकम घटेगी तो डिमांड घटेगा, नॉर्मल सी बात। इसी को हम ग्राफ के माध्यम से एक्सप्लेन करते हैं। सपोज मान लिया अभी हमारी इनकम ये है, इनकम को हम y से डिनोट करते हैं, आपको पता होगा। मैंने कहा मेरी इनकम अभी ये है और मैं इतने सामान का इस्तेमाल करता हूँ नॉर्मली मिडिल लाइफ। जस्ट मेरी इनकम बढ़ जाए, मेरी इनकम क्या हो जाए, अभी बढ़ जाए। यहाँ से हमारी इनकम यहाँ आ गई तो आपको मैंने बताया अगर हमारी इनकम बढ़ेगी तो तुरंत हमारी डिमांड भी बढ़ जाएगी, मतलब ये Q1 पे जाने लगेगा ऐसे। ठीक है, जैसे ही हमारी इनकम बढ़ी यहाँ, ऐसे ही हमारा डिमांड भी बढ़ गया। दिस इज द शोइंग पॉजिटिव रिलेशनशिप। ये क्या दिखाता है, पॉजिटिव रिलेशनशिप को एक्सप्लेन करता है। इसके माध्यम से अगला टॉपिक हम समझने का प्रयास करेंगे। सपोज मेरी इनकम कम हो गई, आप सबको पता है कोरोना काल चल रहा है और इस समय इनकम लेवल लो हो गया। तो इनकम लेवल लो हो गया तो हमको भी कुछ खर्चों को कम करना पड़ेगा अकॉर्डिंग टू आवर इकोनॉमी, अदरवाइज वी कांट एबल टू एडजस्ट इन द एनवायरनमेंट, वी विल फील लॉट ऑफ प्रॉब्लम्स। अनेक समस्याओं का सामना करना पड़ेगा। तो मान लीजिए मेरी इनकम घट रही है, मीन्स ये y1 था, यहाँ y2 हो गई, तो आपको पता चलेगा कि उसके साथ साथ मेरी क्या हो गई, जैसे मेरी इनकम घटेगी वैसे हमारी डिमांड भी घटेगी। यही इस ग्राफ के माध्यम से एक्सप्लेन किया गया है और आपको ये पता चलेगा, ये ग्राफ के माध्यम से, ये ग्राफ एग्रीगेट डिमांड का ग्राफ है, एडी को रिप्रेजेंट कर रहा है और ये हमेशा बढ़ते हुए क्रम में जा रही है। कैसे जा रही है, बढ़ते हुए क्रम में जा रही है। इस ग्राफ को हम अगर देखें तो ठीक, लेकिन इसका एक्सप्लेनेशन अगर हमें करना है तो कैसे करेंगे, सुनिए। दिस इज द पॉजिटिव रिलेशन बिटवीन देम, पॉजिटिव रिलेशन शोइंग एग्रीगेट डिमांड इंक्रीज विद द राइज ऑफ इनकम लेवल। एग्रीगेट डिमांड यहाँ बढ़ रहा है जब हमारी इनकम लेवल बढ़ रही है। देखो इनकम लेवल बढ़ी तो सब कुछ बढ़ रहा है। जब इनकम हमारी बढ़ी y से y1 तो Q से Q1 डिमांड भी हो गया। तो यही आपको यहाँ समझाया जा रहा है। ऑब्जर्वेशन वी कैन एबल टू सी, देन वी कैन से द कर्व स्लोप shows पॉजिटिव रिलेशन बिटवीन इनकम एंड एडी। इससे आपको ये पता चलेगा ये ग्राफ पॉजिटिव रिलेशन को शो कर रहा है इनकम लेवल एंड एडी के बीच में, एग्रीगेट डिमांड के बीच में। इसका निष्कर्ष ये निकलता है एज इनकम राइजेस फ्रॉम ओ वाई टू OY1, जब हमारी इनकम OY से बढ़ के OY1 होती है तो हमारी डिमांड OQ से बढ़ के OQ1 हो जाती है। ये ध्यान देना होगा। दिस इज द पार्ट ऑफ वाइस वर्सा सेम यही अपोजिट होगा जब हमारी इनकम लेवल घटने लगेगी। सो डियर स्टूडेंट्स, इन फ्रंट ऑफ यू आई हैव एक्सप्लेन एग्रीगेट डिमांड, meaning of aggregate demand and relation of aggregate demand with the help of two topics. First one, income level, and second one, first one is the price level and second one is the income level. With the help of two topics I had explained your topic. So I hope you all are understood. You are capable to solve these all questions and make this graph and stay home, stay at home, okay, and subscribe my channel, share these videos to others also, okay. Thank you all, thank you. Dear students, myself Vijay Pratap Singh, I am your commerce teacher. Today we are going to discuss about linear consumption function. This is a topic of aggregate demand and supply. Aggregate demand and supply we had discussed in the last lecture, also in last video, but topic is another one. Now we are going to discuss linear consumption function. So what is the meaning of these all things? We have to discuss about that. What is the meaning of consumption? We have to discuss these all things. What is the meaning of consumption? Students, you know very well, when we are going to utilize any goods and services for our personal use, this is the part of consumption. जब कोई सामान हम इस्तेमाल करते हैं, उपयोग करते हैं, उपभोग करते हैं, उसे हम कंजप्शन कहते हैं. And consumption is denoted with the help of capital C. How we are going to denote? With the help of capital C. If somewhere written capital C, then we can say capital C equal to consumption. And consumption formula is given in front of you. C bar plus by. C bar plus by. This is the formula and form of C equal to C bar plus by. It is the information given in front of you, linear consumption function. We can write this formula in another way also, means consumption equal to how C0, okay, C0 plus by we can able to write in this form also, how C bar or A CO both are equal. At the place of C bar we can write C0 also. They both are common, but both are the same formula. At the place of C bar we can able to write C0 also. This is the part of linear consumption function. Or at the place of C0 we can able A also as a formula, A plus by. At the place of C bar we can able to write C0, otherwise at the place of C0 we can able to write A. The three formulas are given in front of you. With the help of that you can able to know this is the process step of questions. With the help of that you can able to solve this question. Once again written the explanation of these things. C bar is the level of consumption at zero level of income is always positive. C bar, once again listen, C bar equal to level of consumption at zero level of income, it is always positive. B, next we can say B, what is the B and why B is written here? B is the MPC, B equal to MPC. B equal to MPC. MPC equal means marginal propensity to consume. Okay, in front of you B is written, B equal to MPC means marginal propensity consume. With the help of that we can able to know these all things. Y you know very well. Y is a given level of income. Y को इनकम लेवल के नाम से जानते हैं. Y कहीं लिखा होगा तो इनकम को डिनोट करेंगे Y से. Suppose for example one question is given in front of you. You have to solve question. One question we are going to solve. Find consumption. Find consumption. C. If B equal to 0.8 and income Y. Okay, income Y is a given 200 and C bar equal to 100. So with the help of that, students, we are going to solve find consumption. If these all information is given in front of you, then how we can able to solve? So with the given this information, we have to solve this one with the help of first formula. The first formula is given in front of you. C equal to C bar plus dy. At the place of these all things we have to put this valuation and we can able to get information. For example, C equal to, what is the given? 100. Where is 100? 100 is given in front of you. At the place of C bar, just here you write 100 plus B. At the place of B, 0.8 into Y. Y is given 200. So 100 is already given here. Solve 0.8 into 200, then it will become 160. 160. Total value become 100 plus 160 means 260. 260. We can say the rupees. C. Consumption equal to 260 RS. This is the explanation. This is the process. This is the pattern. With the help of that, you can able to solve question of linear consumption function. Means if someone asks to calculate consumption, with the help of this process, you will solve your question. Okay. So now, with the help of that, you have to solve the questions and make your notes and share this video to your friends also, and subscribe my channel and share this video to your group, your members, your friends, your relatives, your friends who is related with the commerce activities, commerce group, commerce facility. Okay, with the help of that, you have to solve this question and be well, stay at home, be safe, and make a note, prepare it well. Okay, for next video, subscribe my channel. Then I will upload my next video. You will get soon and soon. Okay, thank you all dear students. Thank you. Dear students, Myself Vijay Pratap Singh. Today we are going to discuss our topic linear saving function. Linear saving function. With the help of that, we will discuss about linear saving function and what is the formula and what is the derivation of these all things. We had discussed in last video also as the formula of linear conjugation function. So now we are going to discuss about the linear saving function. इसके पहले आपको कंजप्शन पढ़ाया गया था कि किसी भी सामान का अगर इस्तेमाल करते हैं तो उसे कंजप्शन कहते हैं। और अब यहाँ हम पढ़ेंगे सेविंग फंक्शन के बारे में। जब किसी भी सामान को हम सेव करते हैं, सेव करने को कहा जाता है सेविंग फंक्शन। ओके, सेविंग फंक्शन इज अ इम्पोर्टेंट पार्ट। सो नाउ वी आर गोइंग टू डिस्कस अबाउट द नेक्स्ट थिंग, linear saving function. So linear saving function formula I had told you in the last video, S equal to y minus c. So S equal to y minus c. S equal to y minus c. This is the formula of linear saving function. At the place of that, we can able to write or S equal to y, okay, minus c bar plus by. This one we can able to write. Okay, how we can able to put these all things, because we had learned in formula c bar plus by. Okay, so at the place of c we can able to write c bar plus by. That's why we have changed here second formula. According to that, we can able to make another formulas also. In other way, same thing we can able to write in other formula S equal to y minus c bar, y minus c bar plus minus by. This is another formula and all are related to each other. Okay, same thing we can able to write it also, or we can change it, or we can able to write at the place of same S equal to c bar. S equal to c bar plus y, after that minus by. We can able to write. Four formulas are coming in front of you. S equal to y minus c, or we can able to write at the place of same thing S equal to y minus c bar plus by. It is also same formula. Next formula is coming in front of you, S equal to y minus c bar minus by. After that, next one is coming in front of you, S equal to c bar plus y minus by. This is the important part. Last we can say conclusion, S equal to c bar plus 1 minus by, 1 minus by. This is also a formula. With the help of that we can able to solve. So this is the formula of linear saving function. With the help of that we can able to solve linear saving function questions. Suppose in front of you any questions came, then how you will solve? Suppose then one question I will write here. question. One example we are going to write. Find saving if find saving if consumption is okay. If consumption find saving in consumption is rupees 60 and MPC equal to 0.5 at rupees 5,000 level of income. This is the question in front of you. With the help of that, we have to solve the question. And which formula we are going to represent? Same formula we have to represent here. At the same formula, we have to solve our question, and we will get answer. The question is asking, find saving if consumption is rupees 60 and MPC is 0.5 at rupees 500 level of income. So with the help of that, we will solve the questions. Formula is the same formula we have written here. S equal to C bar plus 1 minus by. Formula is given in front of you. Firstly, we have to put the value. S equal to C bar. C bar value is given 60. Okay, and formula is here minus. With the help of that, you have to represent minus 60 here. Minus 60 plus 1 minus B. B valuation is given 0.5 y 5,000. According to that, you have to solve and you will get your answer. So dear students, you have to solve in the proper way, in the process, then you will get the answer. How? We have to simplify it. Minus 60. After that, plus is already given here. Then what we shall do? Plus एक में से 0.5 घटा देंगे, मतलब आधा घटाएंगे तो 0.5 ही बचेगा और 0.5 का मल्टीप्लाई किसमें करेंगे? 5,000 में 0.5 इसको घटाने पे आया इंटू 5,000. Okay, with the help of that we will get next option. We have to multiply 0.5 and we multiply, we will get minus 60 plus how much we will get? 2,500. 2,500. The value of S is plus minus. So we have to subtract from 2,500 minus 60, and answer we will get 2,440. 2,440. This should be the sign of rupees. Okay, with the help of that we can say this is the saving. With the help of this question, with the help of that, dear students, you can solve your questions. This is the important part. Okay, this is the thing. With the help of that, you will solve your question, and that one is the important part for you. Okay. subscribe my channel and share this video to others also, to get these all things to others also. Okay, dear students, make the notes, solve the questions and subscribe my channel and share this video to others also. Okay, thank you all.